Here is the latest movie from the team that brought us the Oscar-winning movie, Forrest Gump. And if you've seen the preview, you know this story takes place in one setting throughout the history of time. And as you can see, of course, Tom Hanks and Robin Wright are in this movie, and Robert Zemeckis directed the movie. And it's kind of a mess of a movie. It is very non-linear for most of the movie. Again, it is shot basically from one camera angle, and you see it from the time of dinosaurs all the way to the time of the 2020s, and it goes back and forth from one little time to another little time. There's no, for a long period of time, no real, like I say, linear timeline to this. It just skips around, and you don't really see Tom Hanks and Robin Wright show up until about the end of the first act, roughly, and then they're in there most of the rest of the time. So I think that's one of the issues, is they hopped around so much with this movie for quite a long time, and then even as they started telling their story and staying with it more, they would still occasionally throw in some going back to the past. And Robert Zemeckis is really famous for a lot of his technological things he did. Let's say Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Forrest Gump, and that's on display in this movie, but it's not enough to save this movie. I really think, again, if they had just fully stuck with the Tom Hanks, Robin Wright section and made it the full 90-minute movie, that would have been much more interesting. I just really did not like how they flipped back and forth, and not that it was hard to follow. Now, let me say, if you got up and went to the bathroom, you would probably lose some things here and there. I just don't think it worked in structure and tone. And so, like I said, it's kind of a mess of a movie. They did okay in their acting. It's nothing to, as I say, write home about. But I just really think, considering the pedigree of this movie, it was a mitigated disaster. And they should have made a lot of different choices in how they presented this movie. They, again, should have stuck with these two and their storyline, made it the full movie, not this flipping back and forth from dinosaurs to to Ben Franklin and all this sort of stuff. It just would have been more solid. So I don't recommend catching it in theater. It's probably going to be in streaming very soon anyway. I'm only going to give here 2 out of 5 stars.